everyone, welcome to Med Mysterious. This is Dr. Chitra. I have done my MBBS from University of Perpetual Health System Dalta and I have cleared my FMG recently.
This is Dr. Monica. I've done my MBBS in Kyrgyzstan from the University International Higher School of Medicine. I've cleared my FMG recently.
In this video, we'll walk you through everything that you need to know before starting your MBBS journey. So let's get started.
So for the eligibility, you need to pass your 12th and you should have a science background with the NEET UG qualification is mandatory.
I'll list the top medical universities over here. Some of them are UPHSD, Emilio, AMA and Davao. These are the most universities which Indian prefer and are recognized by CHED and NMC.
So here are the topmost colleges which students prefer in Kyrgyzstan, like International Higher School of Medicine, O State University, Jalalabad University, and also KRSU Asian.
So for admission process and curriculum, like duration of the course, in Philippines it is BS plus MD. Like BS you'll have AB psychology for 1 year and then you'll have the 4 years of MD course and it will take you like 5.5 to 6 years of whole MBBS completion.
So in Kyrgyzstan, there will be a 5 years of MD course and a 6 years, or maybe in some colleges we can see 1 year of internship.
For cost of living, Philippines is bit costly only. Like 10,000 rupees in India is only 6,000 pesos in Philippines. So for rent, room and everything, it will cost you like 15 to 20,000 pesos in Philippines and 30,000 rupees in India. And for fees, it will be like 15 to 20 lakhs, but varies per each university. Like in some universities, it might be like 30 lakhs. For our university, it is 15 to 20 lakhs, but varies from each and every university. With cost of living, travel expenses, everything, it will cost you around 45 to 50 lakhs by 5 years. For travel, it will take you like 8 to 10 hours from India to Philippines, and the cost will be like 20k to 30k pesos, and you'll have transit in between like Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, and travel charges depends on how frequently you travel. Overall, this is considered in your 40 to 50 lakhs. If you travel less, your budget will be less. For visa, you get tourist visa in India. After going to Philippines, you need to convert it into student visa.
In Kyrgyzstan, whole fees of MBBS takes like 35 to 40 lakhs.
How about the monthly expenses?
Monthly expenses, it's like 20,000 per month. It includes the whole year daily expenses as well as the food.
And travel expenses?
Travel expenses, the one way for the Kyrgyzstan, it's takes like 26k to 30k, and the visa it's taken care by our consultancies and also our college.
Okay. Philippines is a tropical country with a warm climate and a large community of Indians. Most of the people speak English because there is most of the US based education system and their local language is Filipino, but they speak English, which makes us easier to adopt, and Indian food is also widely available in most of the student hubs. Safety wise, it is okay.
In Kyrgyzstan, the climate is like, you can see all type of climates in Kyrgyzstan. Some months are like cold, it's like too cold, like you can see snow in some months, summer in some months, and also it kind of autumn in some months. It's like all kind of mixed weather you can see in Kyrgyzstan.
How about the language?
Language includes like a Russian and also Kyrgyz speaking. There are mostly Russian and Kyrgyz speaking, but the teaching is like in English.
Okay.
Food, yeah, we have many Indian restaurants there. There is no scarcity for Indian food. We can take some things from here to there for us, for our comfort. We can have a great Indian food in Kyrgyzstan. Yeah.
Okay. How about the safety?
Safety, I can say it's like 50-50 because I have some situations in Kyrgyzstan. I can say safety we can take for 50-50. Yeah.
Consultancies or agencies. I think this is the most important part of the video. Choose a good consultancy, I would say. If you ask me what is a good consultancy or how to approach one, I would say the consultancy which is having physical offices or a track of good placements, and never rely 100% on any person, even if it is a consultancy person or any.
Students are placed in low tier or non-NMC approved universities.
Few consultancies inflate the tuition fee or living cost.
Students are promised with early visa approvals but are submitted with incomplete and fraudulent documents, which are leading to bans.
They ask you to pay whole 5 years fees at once. Please do not pay whole 5 years fees at once. This really happened with one of my friends. They also paid the whole MBBS fees, like 5 years fees to the consultancy, but consultancy didn't pay the fees to university, which made graduation delay, and they really even missed one attempt of FMGE. So please do not pay your 5 years MBBS fees to the consultancy. If you ask me how to pay fees every year, like you can pay every year to the university account. When you're joining only, you can ask the university account. You can pay every year fees to the university directly, or you can go to cashier in your university and you can pay like that. So please be careful before choosing a consultant. Always verify universities which are approved by NMC. You can go to NMC website and you can see which are the universities approved by NMC in all the different countries, and ask for any student references who are currently studying in that university, or ask any of your seniors.
Prefer registered and successful consultancies. Prepare for FMGE from
So
start.
if you're curious to know how life looks after MBBS in your foreign country,
I've done my MBBS from Kyrgyzstan. So I've started my FMG journey when I was in Kyrgyzstan, fourth year. My college have conducted MCI classes in the Kyrgyzstan. So I've started some of the subjects there, like ENT, ophthalmology, OBG, and some of the subject. Later, after the journey of my MBBS in the Kyrgyzstan, I've come to India. I've started my serious preparation here in India. I took my coaching in Ares Medical Institute, so it was really helpful for me through all my journey. So I've took this coaching for 6 months. So due to my silly mistakes and the time management in the exam, I couldn't crack it for the first time. Then later again have took the coaching in the Arise. Then I have reached my destination. Yeah, I have passed the exam. It was a tough journey, if you ask, but it's the worth the wait for the doctor in front of our names.
it was a great journey, Monica. Thank you for sharing it with us. Same for me. After finishing my MBBS in Philippines, I came back to India, and I've started preparing for my FMG. I have took coaching in Wisdom Medical Academy, and I prepared, but I couldn't crack it in my first attempt, so I had to give next attempt, and later on I passed. Yeah, that's a great journey, and it's very tough while preparing for FMG. There are a lot of challenges and difficulties I faced, but yeah, finally we passed.
So people here think FMG is very easy. I can and we can crack it so easily, but no, it's not the truth. We need to face many challenges during the preparation, and the difficulty level of the examination is increasing the attempt to attempt. So we can see some of the super specialty questions also are included in the FMG exam. So it's not at all easy. It's not to scare you, but this is the reality and the sad truth. So we should be prepared for all the type of questions, and also it includes like 19 subjects really. So it's a very challenging exam. Hope you would understand how much you should work hard, and how much early you will start your preparation. The result will be that much good and soon, and you'll be profitable. So becoming a doctor in India, studying there and coming here, it's not at all an easy journey for us to live in India. So hope you understand the difficulty levels, and also just study well.
People think it is just a random exam, but it is like a national level exam in which you need to pass. You need to get 150. If you get even 149, you are not pass. So getting 150, people think like it, oh, just 150, it is very easy, but it is not like that. It is not at all like that. You need to pass this exam in order to practice as a doctor in India.
If you see the pass percentage of this exam, from the 100%, we can say it's like 20 to 25%. You can see some of the attempts, it's like below the 10% too.
Like in our attempt of almost like 42,000 people have written the exam, and only there are 11,000 to 13,000 people passed. So you can understand.
Yeah, you can understand the difficulty level of the exam. We want you to prepare well from the starting days of your university.
Do you think it's
It's
really worth it? Definitely no.
because you have a lot more opportunities in India too.
Like you have biotechnology, pharmacy, medical coding, and agriculture, dentist, veterinary. You have a lot more opportunities in India as well than going to other country and struggling over there. Like for us, even we got regretted after going there because it is not the same as we think when we are in India. After going there, you need to do everything by your own self. Nobody cares you. Not even your friends who are with you will care you. So remember, you are the one who are responsible for your life. So choose wisely because you're putting so much of money, you're putting efforts and facing so many difficulties, challenges in your foreign country, and after coming to India, if you don't pass the exam, there is no use. We have seen lots of people who are our friends are not able to pass the exam, and they're not even crossing hundreds. You putting so much of efforts and not passing this exam and remaining as a medical officer who are working for 20 to 30,000 rupees for a doctor after putting like 40 to 50 lakhs. Do you think is it really worth?
So, as we are doctors now who have studied MBBS in foreign countries, just we want to expose the sad reality and the truths. So, we are not de-influencing anyone not to go to the medical colleges in the foreign, but we are just saying the sad truths and the reality which is happening now. Still want to pursue your MBBS in foreign countries?
Choose these things in your mind. Choose good consultancy, choose good university or college, medical college, and start your FMG preparation from start, and never rely 100% on single person or single consultant. So that's all for this video. I hope this is useful for you. If you have any doubts, you can ask us in comments below.
Like, share, and subscribe.